every guy will be like, no, you don't need to do that. You don't need to do that. And then they go get it done, and the guys are like way more into them every single time.
Oh, your
Every
deception is
single time.
effective. Don't get me wrong.
Every
The deception
single time.
is
Every
very
time a girl
effective.
gets enhancements,
But
it's that way.
But if
I'd
it was-
rather live in a society where people, I think, look, you shouldn't just be you should take good care of yourself and take good care of your health, and you can work on your appearance within the metrics and paradigms that don't involve cutting your body open and painting your face with a pound of makeup and
This.
Can
What about your sir? You had a beard and no
the
beard.
beard.
No,
Oh,
you
the beard.
I think the beard gives you at least 2 points, at least. And I don't think you're an unattractive man without the beard. But I'm saying a beard.
she's trying to smash right now. What's up?
Yeah, he's into the BBWs. But I feel like this makeup thing is very crazy. Like, because I'm not afraid to not have makeup on, right? But also, I do it for my own self. Like, I love it. Every day I get going from the mirror, and the hour I spend on it is the best time of my day.
Wait, do you have a tongue piercing? Can you?
Let's not.
What the
Okay,
fuck?
I'm 23 years old, and I'm going to take it out when I'm married. Yes, I have a tongue piercing.
Okay,
that a
I'm
problem?
sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you there.
Well, what is the male equivalent to makeup and plastic surgery?
That's what I'm saying. A beard.
You think
like,
me growing facial hair is the same?
I think you having a beard is absolutely like.
That's the same as makeup?
Can I
Okay,
say
Wait,
something?
no,
but
no,
I don't want to hear the whataboutism. Why don't you contend with my argument?
asking?
That you guys are just hopelessly dependent on your paint. That you guys are. You guys, at no other point in human history have women been undergoing expensive, dangerous, and unnecessary surgical procedures. Every time you go under anesthesia, there's a risk of something, especially like, look, I don't know if there's any BBLs at the table. BBL is like a notoriously dangerous procedure, and these women are, for the sake of vanity, for the pursuit of beauty, a lot of them, it's not good for your body. Anytime you go under anesthesia, it's not good. It's never good. There's women who die from these things, or they face various complications. I know it's not the case. To be charitable, I know most people probably have like breast implants, and there's minor or no complications. But there's enough where I'm like, that's crazy. And then you grow fucking, don't you grow mold on that shit? I've heard some crazy stories. The breast implants, they leaking titties. The titties are leaking, bro.
It's gonna happen.
The titties are leaking. The plastic is leaking out. I'm just saying, why can't you got an A cup? Rock that shit. Do some squats, and that's another
Okay.
When it comes to makeup, I feel like makeup has made a huge shift. Like, girls are actually going more natural, if anything. I feel like there's more natural brands out now.
Yeah.
Like that, or it's like barely anything, like the liquid blush and the liquid whatever. You know
And
what I'm
how
talking
does
about.
it
You girls know
feel?
what I'm talking about.
Hold on. And
Yes.
I'm going
I
to
think
make an
that's true.
environmental argument. You guys are getting your there's probably hundreds, if not thousands, of these massive transport ships coming from fucking China and India and all these fucking countries, and they're crossing the Pacific or whatever fucking route they take, and they're dumping that bunker fuel, son. Dumping the bunker fuel. You know how fucking bad bunker fuel is? Do you even know what bunker fuel is? You know what bunker fuel? Bunker fuel, terrible. One of the worst. Very bad. Bunker fuel, very bad. Trust me. They're dumping this shit, and these shipping boats.
Oh my god.
They're all just full of your Sephora bullshit and your fucking whatever, your fucking fake nails. They're just those big giant shipping containers. They're just full of claws. The nail claws. They're full of fake lashes. They're transport. Imagine that shit, bro. Imagine that shit. We used to transport fucking tea and shit and spices. Now they're transporting. Now they're fucking transporting fucking fake lashes and hair extensions from fucking China. These poor little Chinese infants, fucking 3 years old. They're in the
This is so
mines.
deep.
They're in the mines, mining the
needs to
fucking.
get this
They're
out.
mining. They're
Yeah.
mining. I'm telling you, they're mining. What's it called? They're mining the ingredients in your makeup, son, and they're shipping that. They're dumping bunker fuel, son. You know, burning bunker fuel. You know about bunker fuel?
I have
Let me tell you about bunker fuel.
I don't
That
want to
shit's
know
crazy.
about bunker fuel.
Right?
But
You don't even know.
I don't
You don't
know.
even know.
I don't know.
The cost
I don't. My makeup.
of your makeup.
It's ruining the
Ruining
bunker
society.
fuel, the oceans,
It's ruining the
everything.
fucking dolphins and shit. You're killing dolphins every time you put on some blush.
My wing eyeliner is killing the dolphins.
Every time you put on a little mascara,
See, like,
a little
this
baby
is so
kitten,
crazy. Okay,
a little
you-
baby kitten in China is like, oh, the fucking.
Do you have an iPhone?
See, that's what I'm saying. You're wearing. What about the clothes you're wearing? That's imported
Well-
by bunker fuel, right?
That's
Okay,
why I'm
do
not
you
an
date-
environmentalist.
Exactly. Well, you sound like one. Do you date women that don't wear fake nails or eyelashes or anything? They're
It is my
bare.
strong preference.
So they're
I
bare?
date
Do
natural.
you like date like Amish girls?
And that's okay.
Hell yeah, sign me up, bro.
Amish beauty-
I'm going. I'm
I mean,
moving.
Amish-
I'm moving
Nothing
to
wrong with
Pennsylvania.
being Amish,
Send me to
but
But I feel
Pennsylvania.
like
I'll date the fucking Amish.
it goes back again to like why are the women wearing makeup?
Because society has presented to you
Who's
from
society?
before you could even understand anything. From when you were little fucking infants and children, they've been presenting to you a Disneyfied image on every single piece of media that you've consumed before you can even understand what the word media
Right.
is.
For
You've
whose
consumed-
benefit?
For corporations, probably. I don't know.
No,
You
but
How
gonna
are
say
they?
men?
But how are
You
they?
gonna say
How are,
men?
how are,
So much
yes.
sass in your face.
Yes, that's why the women had those
Wait,
corsets
so women
that
wear
were
makeup
like,
for men? Because I hear women don't wear makeup for
It's
men.
And
for
now-
It depends on
For
the
now,
person.
now.
But I'm saying, I mean, it all started. First we had the corsets squeezing our organs
case
together
by
to
case
look
basis.
smaller,
No, women do
and
their
then we
beauty
had.
shit for them. Women
No,
do
like,
the
if
beauty.
it was an all-female society, we would not be in
if it
competition
was
with
up
each
to
other.
men, if it was up to most men, you ask most men, we don't like all the caked on makeup. We don't care. Most men don't care about your stupid nails. Most men don't care about the lashes. They don't care about your hair extensions.
But when you go online and you see the girls who end up going barefaced on TikTok or show their acne or whatever, you'll see the comments, "Oh, put makeup on." It's always
Because
for
never
the
win.
male
look, I'll explain it like
satisfaction.
this.
Women never win.
I'll explain it like
Yeah,
this.
there's no winning.
If
I agree.
these sports leagues or whatever sporting you're into, if they allow steroids, all of the athletes now have a new metric by which they have to be at. So if you have all the athletes in a given field, if they're taking steroids, all the other athletes are going to take steroids too. If magically all women stopped doing plastic surgery, stopped wearing makeup, it would just lower the bar. It would completely lower it.
So you're putting makeup as like this thing that's like controlling all the like. Why can't makeup just be a fun thing? Like for me, I don't. Most of the time, I don't wear makeup. I enjoy it for myself.
Can I ask you a question?
You can ask me a
If
question.
You say it's fun. If
It's
you
absolutely-
go out, do you feel less comfortable if you're not wearing any makeup?
It depends on where I am. So if I'm like going to the grocery store, I don't care what I look like. If I'm going in a place where a lot of my friends, peers, like it's not about, this is the way I present myself. I'm very glittery and sparkly and my makeup's always crazy. It's because that's the way I like to look. But I don't feel uncomfortable. Like whenever you pull out the little makeup wipes, like I wouldn't care. You know what I mean? Because I'm comfortable as my natural self. But I think your judgment on makeup is this broad judgment about the what am I doing? What am I ruining?
Bunker fuel.
The bunker
Yeah,
fuel.
don't forget the bunker
That's
fuel.
very like this is my job. I do this as I do makeup as a job. It's something I enjoy. It's my not everyday life. Like my room is filled with it. Like it's something that brings me joy. Just like a nerd who likes a book. Like I don't judge that. So why do you judge? Just because my makeup, it is a bigger thing, right? How makeup is this thing that it's like covering these insecurities, and yeah, it is parallel to that, but it also is parallel to the thing. It's something that someone enjoys, and we should understand that as well.
Yeah, I recognize that women will put on makeup for I suppose, I mean, I wouldn't understand it personally, but I'll take their word for it that they enjoy perhaps the creative process of doing it. But so
See, that's.
See, I go-
I can say that's about your bunker fuel. So
I go
you know what
without
I mean? It's
makeup
like-
a lot because I'm comfortable without, but it took like 2 rounds of Accutane to get where I am. However, like again, we wouldn't make as much money if we go barefaced, right? Because the men are
sure.
not attracted to the women who are
I
all natural.
Dispute that.
with that.
I hate doing my makeup, but I definitely feel comfortable in makeup.
Look,
like I'll wear that shit every day.
I don't dispute that makeup makes women can make them more attractive. But I mean, as far as so from the dating lens, what I have against it, I have an issue with it more like on a societal level, but on an individualistic level, there's a dating component to it. So the dating component is you're misrepresenting how you actually look. So you are augmenting your physical appearance. That's not how attractive you actually are.
I understand that in a way, but I feel like if we're going on a date and I send you only photos of that and they don't know exactly what I look like, then that's one thing. But I mean, if they see me in both ways, like, why is that a problem that when I have makeup on, obviously I'm going to look different. I don't have a freaking wing eyeliner and sparkles on my eye. I do this to look different, but I'm also okay with the way I look without it. And I feel like you should be okay with us being okay with having it on. Like, I don't know why it has to be an argument. Like, makeup doesn't have to be an argument because it just doesn't, I feel.
Look at him like calculating in his brain. He's like, no.
There's so many things in the world to like be upset about. And like a girl wearing makeup, it's like if we're faking it, he never saw what she looked like without makeup. She goes to sleep with makeup. She wakes up and does it before. Like, that's crazy. But if she's just wearing it to dinner and going on a date, and that's okay.
And talking about the bunker fuel when literally all the
Bunker fuel
burgers
is wild.
cause.
Wait, can you move your microphone over this way a little bit? But yeah, I mean, look, the thing is, though, again, from the dating perspective, I think it manipulates at this instinctual, subconscious level. So even if the guy knows that she's wearing makeup, it still is going to have the intended effect of him assessing her as more attractive than she actually or otherwise is. And even if we know you're wearing makeup, and if we're experts on makeup, and we know that you're wearing foundation and blush and mascara and eyeliner and whatever it is, it still has this subconscious manipulation. And the other component is that, let's say it's our first time seeing you and we don't know what you look like without makeup. Even if we acknowledge you're wearing makeup and we know that you might not look like that, we don't necessarily know, especially if you're wearing like a little eyeliner, well, even just eyeliner and mascara can do a lot of heavy lifting for a woman. But if we're talking foundation, where you're putting it, the whole face essentially is in makeup, we don't know the extent of the difference. So she could be 1 point down, or she could be 4 points down.
And I still don't understand your argument. You're saying 4 points, but he does know if she's 4 points or 5 points. Like if he's dating her, like I don't really understand what you're trying to argue. Like, what's the problem? I'm just confused, to be honest. Like,
well, I mean, if he's dating her, and then but let me ask you this. What if men lied about their career and then they baited a woman into a relationship and now she's invested, and then now 3 months after she's already fucked him and she's invested in the relationship, there is he reveals, BTW, I'm actually not an attorney, I work at McDonald's, but now we're already here.
Can I make a comment on that real quick?
Yeah. Well, I'm going to forget what I'm going to say, but yeah.
Sorry, this one's really quick. That actually affects people's relationships, whereas makeup doesn't affect the relationship at all.
Okay. So that's what I'm saying. So
Well,
you're saying
I think it
makeup.
does.
Okay, wait, hang on. So the man lies about the job, says he's an attorney, and then he works at McDonald's. Okay, that affects our day-to-day life. That affects if I can marry this man, because I'm not a person, like, I don't care. We just need to make enough that we can be living in California and all that stuff. I don't need to date someone who makes $500,000 a year. But the makeup thing, you meet me the first day, by the week you should know what I look like without makeup or not.
Not necessarily.
That's what I'm saying. So why are we even? You shouldn't be dating someone that isn't gonna like show you their true self. Like they should send you a photo or something in the beginning. Like, why are you gonna keep talking to someone if they haven't shown? Like, that's kind of weird to not send a photo how you look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Fine.
Like the job thing and that is so separate. Like,
But also,
I mean,
aren't we dating because we like the personality? So if you're looking for somebody just because they are attractive or not, you don't really look for the personality.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's
Like
superficial.
I'm really will date anyone. I tell my friends this. Like, I don't care if you're a lip missing an arm, if you're whatever. I don't care. Whatever you. That's genuine. I'm not kidding. As long as I don't have to take care of you, because I take care of my mom, and that might sound rude, but I've done that my entire life. Be a caregiver. So that's the only thing. I won't be a caregiver for my partner. But I don't care what you physically look like. I mean, as a fat person, I don't think I should judge other people. But also, like, why is it such a big deal? I care about what's in here, how they treat me, how they treat others. mothers,
Can I change the
especially.
hypothetical? So let's do a hypothetical where a woman has her face totally reconstructed.
Okay.
So maybe she was upset because she had a nose that was really big.
Yeah.
Comes from a different culture where that's very common. She gets her lips, her cheekbones, her nose done. Man is not aware that her face is totally reconstructed. They have a child, and
Okay.
the child takes on all the woman's genetic characteristics, and he had no idea.
Why?
May-
That's. Go ahead.
May I say the story? There's actually
There's a story of that.
That's my
I think
point.
it's
This is a real
I think
hypothetical.
I think it's a Chinese couple because the
Yeah.
lady had the whole like surgery, everything is done, and when they had kids, he kind of like I think divorced her and stuff.
But that's like even crazy. Okay, I feel like she should disclose that just as like her story of date. Like when you're dating someone, you're in this real relationship, you're gonna have kids with someone, they should know everything about you. I don't think that should be a secret. But also to say once I have a child and the child has a weird nose and this, you should love their child no matter what it
Well,
looks
of
like.
course.
And I'm saying like even then it shouldn't even be a problem. But
the
the
conversation
woman,
was deception.
yeah, that's not okay. Like I think deception in that
But
way is not okay either.
if-
When I'm dating someone, and because I do present myself like this every day, they instantly know what I look like without makeup because I think that's what you should do. I'm not looking like this all the time.
But
You know.
I think we're moving away. Like, okay, so we can get into these scenarios. Well, okay, further on into a relationship, there will be some degree of disclosure as to what you actually look like, whether that's you saying, hey, I've had these surgical procedures, or you just take off your makeup or whatever. But from the initial get-go, like, for example, my experience when I was on dating apps, I'm not anymore, is very often it would be the case that a woman would not post a singular photo without a filter or without makeup. Now, there are some women who they'll put like one like makeupless photo on, but the majority of the time, and if you look at most women's Instagrams, almost universally, they're not posting a bunch of like no makeup photos on there. They're wearing full face of makeup in most or all of their photos. The deception happens very early and initially. So for example, if you're at a club or whatever the context is that you're meeting, you guys are wearing full faces of makeup, but even on a dating app or whatever the context that you're meeting, I do think there is a degree of deception when it comes to makeup usage and cosmetics and plastic surgery.
I think a majority of women wouldn't want to wear makeup anymore, but just like you were saying, oh, well, it takes women to not do plastic surgery. Well, it also takes men to say, hey, we're going to accept you without makeup and without plastic surgery.
We do.
They don't.
We literally do. Look,
You do.
no,
but you're not seeing the men
when men are
in the
pulled,
world.
when men are look, wearing makeup and getting these procedures does confer. I'm not going to deny that it doesn't confer you benefits in terms of attracting men. Like it does, right? You are going to be appraised as more attractive when you're wearing makeup. Me personally, like I prefer women without makeup, but like I can get bamboozled too. I get bamboozled. The point I'm trying to make here is that actually I already lost my train of thought.